Today I wanted to share a super fast way that you can make a girl like you within the first 10 seconds of meeting her. No, this is not Jedi Mind Tricks 101, but this is simple psychology. There are some basic things that you should do in preparation to woo women. Those activities begin with the basics and include bathing yourself and dressing for success. Get yourself looking and smelling fresh because that is the first thing which women pay attention to. Have a shower, wash your hair, maybe even throw a comb through it if it's long enough, and wash your clothes. Don't go out and spend thousands of dollars on new clothes. Wear clothes that fit you but are clean. That is the prep work to making a woman like you. Now, there is a secret system I created that will make any woman like you within seconds of meeting her. This system for making a woman like you is not reliant on the words you speak. On the contrary, it is how you look. Yes, look, and I mean that literally and figuratively. Let me explain. It takes less than 2 seconds for someone to make an opinion about you. According to a study done by the Harvard School of Health Sciences, this is true. The study had students look at a 2-second video clip of a professor and make assumptions about this person's character and likability. These students who only saw this professor for 2 seconds came to the same conclusions as students who had been in this professor's class for an entire semester. What can we learn from this study? This shows me that we make snap judgments daily, knowing that we actually decide if we like someone within 2 seconds of meeting them is crucial for you to know in your dating endeavors. When we like someone, we see the best in them. Let me repeat. We see the best in them. If a woman likes you within the first 2 seconds of meeting you, she will want to get to know you. At this point, you're probably wondering what you can do to become instantly likable. In Nicholas Boothman's book, How to Make People Like You in 90 Seconds or Less, Boothman talks about how attitude, above all else, at the beginning of an encounter, will determine the result of that encounter about whether you succeed or fail. We respond to the attitude that comes through your body language. Your attitude determines how your nonverbal message will be received. Once you have the right attitude, it's time to employ the LSO system to make her like you. That is to look, smile, and open up your body. 1. Look a woman in the eye when you meet her. This is not only a sign of confidence, but it is also an indication that you're a well-mannered man. In Western culture, if you were to look at the ground when you meet someone, that lack of eye contact is actually a sign of submission to your conversation partner. It automatically places you in an inferior position. Similarly, if your gaze is directed to someone else in the room when speaking to your conversation partner, you're nonverbally saying to that partner, "You're not important," or "I'm only half paying attention to you." A dismissive attitude will not get you a favorable outcome. So far, this is pretty straightforward information when we break it down. But it's important to remember these things because they often can get lost in the immediacy of the moment, especially when we feel pressure to perform well. And it becomes even more the case when we're meeting someone for the first time that we like and think is attractive. Making a good first impression is crucial. First things first, make eye contact with her. 2. Smile. When we first meet people, we immediately make a distinction about whether they are good or bad. What Nicholas Boothman says is, are you charming or alarming? Smiling is one of the key ways to make yourself charming and not alarming. Again, this all comes back to the attitude that your body is projecting. And smiling is one of, if not the easiest, ways to create a charming attitude. This brings us to our third point. Open yourself up. 3. Open your body language. If you approach someone with your arms crossed, you're creating a physical and emotional barrier between the two of you. You are in a defensive, guarded posture. This is not what you want to communicate. You want to say that I'm open and trustworthy. You do so by exposing your chest. Actually, the best way to create an attitude of trust is to actually expose your heart. You want your heart to face your communication partner's heart. Dogs do this as a sign of trust. If a dog comes over to you, lies on its back, and allows you to rub their belly, it means that they trust you. In a similar way, when you meet a girl and you expose your chest and heart, you nonverbally let her know that you are open, worthy of trust, and are inviting her to interact. And that, my friends, is how you make a woman like you within the first 10 seconds of meeting her. Nay, 2 seconds. Remember to LSO. Look a woman in the eyes, smile, and open your body and your mind.